Today we're going to do a little bit of work getting these motors and the actuators mounted together, including the couplers that are in here. So we'll show you that, and right after we get it all together, we're going to go ahead and wire it up and try and test a couple of these and make sure everything's running right before we put it on the rig. So first thing you need to do is remove these bolts from the top, and it might help if you do it the right direction. This really does help if you have a drill to work this with. So the motors have this little notch on the shaft, and that fits a little notch in here. What you want to consider, first we're going to go ahead and put that in there. What you want to consider is where you want your wires coming out here. So if this is going to mount on the rig, and I'm going to have my controls forward, I probably either want it forward or out the side. In this case, I decided to run these out the side because I'm going to run it down the rig and then do some wire channeling to get it forward. So now that this is on here, we're going to go ahead and put the screws in, start tightening these down. Pretty simple. We won't lock them all the way down until we get them all in. Okay. We'll set my torque on here. One mount it down. So now we have the motor mounted to it. This is some pretty good quality here. Next there's a couple of nuts in here that we're gonna have to lock down, one on either side. So that does require a different hex head bit. This one is looking at it, a 5 for the motors. We'll go to a 4. And we'll just simply lock those down. I'm going to increase the torque on this one as well, because this is something you don't want rattling around. Okay, so there we have it mounted. I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of these, and we'll come back and we'll start wiring the cabinet. So now that we have all the motors mounted and secured down, we need to wire up the controllers in order to be able to test these. So each controller is going to come with 3 cables. This cable will connect to the motor. It also has little wiring bands on here, and it's W, V, and U. And it's hard to see here, but when I start wiring, I'll show it to you. But all the connections are labeled down here, so you have WVU from right to left, and then you go to the other ground down here. Your other cables include this one, which connects to the Thanos controller, to the servo controller, and then you have the other motor controller, which will connect right here, and it'll also go to the motor. So we're going to turn this thing on its side. It can be a little bit difficult to see here. So we'll bring the camera on over and get you a good look. Okay, in order to wire this up, we have to see where the wire colors and wire letterings are. W will refer to the black wire, V refers to the blue wire, and U refers to the brown wire. The thicker black wire is going to be your ground connection. So we'll go ahead and install that first. And then, starting with W, goes in this first slot. Tighten that down. V, which is the blue wire, goes in the second slot. We tighten that down. U, the brown wire, goes in the third slot. And we tighten that down. We can go ahead and close that up. While we're here, take this other cable and go ahead and attach it. That should attach it to the control. And last we'll show you, we'll attach this as well. Okay, so I'm going to show you how this all connects up to the motor. We'll get it powered up and then we'll show you the actuator in motion. Okay, on the motor there's two connectors, a multi-pin one and a 4-pin one. You take this one, which is coming off the controller where we screwed it to the terminals. It is the 4-pin one. It will go on here. You have to line it up correctly. And these terminals have screws on them. Screws it all the way down to keep it tight. And then if you look at the one with the gray cap, this is the multi-pin. And this one you definitely don't want to screw up because it could cause an issue. Okay, those are connected to the motor. This goes to the Thanos controller up here. We'll put this in one. That is now connected. All I have to do is get power to this unit and we'll test it. So I went with a cable that has a heavy gauge wire on it since there's a lot of power going to these actuators. Plug that in back here. Turn it on. Now that it's turned on, the Thanos controller is on top. Stroke is 150 on these. These are the main ones. The stroke will be 150 on the ones for the base for the surgeons. And traction loss there's limited to 100. So this is working great. As you can see, a little bit noisy, but they're also sitting on a plastic table with some unconnected bolts and stuff. I'm sure they'll be a little quieter on the rig. But these are working great, so we're going to go ahead and continue the build. We've got 3 more motors to mount, and those will be for the bottom portion, including traction loss and then the surge motor, and then we'll get these connected to the rig and continue moving on. Stay tuned for the next video.